What if I told you the most powerful tool for changing your life takes just 3 seconds to use? In our hyper-connected, always-on world, we're constantly running on autopilot, reacting instead of responding, surviving instead of thriving. But today I'm going to share the deceptively simple practice that monks, CEOs, and peak performers use to break free from that autopilot mode. And it's something that you can start doing immediately after this video. Here's a question that might change everything for you. Since death is certain, but the time of death isn't certain, what is the most important thing? That's not meant to be depressing. It's meant to be clarifying. We all know that our time is limited, but we live as if we have forever. Okay, cue Bon Jovi! It's my life, it's now or never. I ain't gonna live forever. I just wanna live while I'm alive. All right, think about yesterday. Can you remember how it felt like it passed in the snap of a finger? And what did you do with it? Did you move any closer to becoming more awake, more present, more compassionate? Or did you get caught up in your habitual patterns, retreating further into what spiritual teachers call our cocoon? So every morning we have a choice. We can either, on one side, become more aware, more compassionate, become more in touch with reality, and on the other side, become more caught up, more reactive, more on autopilot. And this choice happens dozens of times throughout the day, often without us even noticing. The 14th century teacher Longchenpa, I hope I'm saying their name right, talked about our useless and meaningless focus on the details, getting so caught up that we don't see what's right in front of us. Okay, so does this sound familiar? You're having dinner with someone you love, and all you can think about is your work. You're physically there, but you're mentally somewhere else rehearsing what you're gonna say to your coworker or how you're gonna present something at your meeting. Or you're walking through this beautiful place, but you're lost in your worries about the future. This isn't just occasionally happening. For most of us, this is our default state. Our minds are constantly pulling us away from the present moment. The Buddhist tradition calls this cocoon mentality. So we wrap ourselves in layers of thoughts, judgment, stories, until we're just completely disconnected from the vibrant and alive world all around us. And here's the scary part. Days, weeks, months, years, whole lives can pass by while we are in this state. But there's a solution, and it's remarkably simple. The practice is called pause, creating a gap in the constant stream of thinking and doing. And this is the human predicament. This is what we are up against. Pause practice can transform each day of your life. As Pema Chodron writes, it creates an open doorway to the sacredness of the place in which you find yourself. The vastness, stillness, and magic of the place will dawn upon you if you let your mind relax and drop for just a few breaths the storyline you are working so hard to maintain. If you pause just long enough, you can reconnect with exactly where you are, with the immediacy of your experience. So here's how it works. Whenever you notice you're caught up or on autopilot, stop and take 3 conscious breaths. That's it. 3 breaths. But in that tiny gap, something remarkable happens. The world has a chance to open up to you. You create space for your natural intelligence to emerge. It's that sense of the right thing to do, like intuition. As long as you're dictated by your emotions and your mind, then you are on autopilot. And it's a rat race, and it is the most entangled place in the world. Let me show you how to integrate pause practice into your day. So number 1, when you first wake up and you're opening your eyes before getting out of bed, take 3 conscious breaths. While washing your face or brushing your teeth, create a gap. 3, before starting your car or entering your workplace, just pause. Pause for a moment. When you're stressed out or overwhelmed, pause and be very intentional about taking 3 slow and deep breaths. Each pause is like popping a bubble in the continuous stream of thoughts. Each breath is an opportunity to reconnect with where you are and to ground yourself in the present moment. So what happens when you start practicing pause throughout your day? First, you start noticing the gap between stimulus and response. something happens, and instead of reacting automatically, you now have a choice. So I'm going to share with you something that happened just the other day. I received a text from someone very close to me, and I got triggered by something they said, and I knew that I should have paused. But being the human being that I am, I didn't. And I allowed myself to kind of spin in my head. And I reacted in a way that I should not have reacted. And this is why pause practice is so crucial, so essential, because it allows us to create that gap and that space so that we can choose how to respond, right? Choose how to respond in the best way, in a way that shows our compassion and our kindness, and just brings about our natural intelligence, as we call it. So yeah, I hope we all do this practice together and become better humans. So finally, the more we practice pausing, these gaps, these punctuations throughout our day begin to extend. Buddhist teaching describes this as poking holes in the clouds or poking holes in the cocoon. Eventually, instead of living a life dominated by thought, you begin to experience more moments of clarity, presence, and peace. So here's my challenge to you. For the next week, commit to practicing pause at least 5 times a day. Set reminders on your phone if needed. To help you, I've created a free downloadable guide with specific pause prompts that you can use throughout the day. But please remember, this isn't about adding another thing to your to-do list. It's about creating tiny spaces throughout your day to reconnect with what really matters most to you. So what is the most important thing to do each day? Each morning, each afternoon, each evening? It is to leave a gap, to pause, to create space for your natural wisdom and compassion to emerge. Thank you for pausing with me today. If this resonated with you, please subscribe and share this video with someone who might benefit from the power of pause. Remember, 3 breaths can change everything. I'll see you in the next video.